think I actually found an interesting product at Walmart, of all places. They're actually selling like this $10 like Famicom system. I wonder if they have Mario 14 on this. According to the model number, this is like a Kindle Fortune like Black Edition or something like that. But the only thing is the Black Edition doesn't look like this.
Welcome to the world of Wii U.
The Wii U. Infamously known to be Nintendo's worst-selling console. Like, this is Warrior Plaza. Nintendo fell. Thank you for 100 subscribers. I mean, I've already gotten, I think it's 4 or 5 now. Already after. I mean, that's why today I'm not in my typical house. I wanted to just come out somewhere peaceful. I can relax, talk about where I've been, because it's been almost a year since I last did an actual YouTube video. Mostly just, I'm not really having fun anymore. Is kind of just why I haven't made another YouTube video. Last time I released a video on YouTube, it was essentially a goodbye for now style of video. At the time, it just realistically didn't have the hardware or the avatars, the motivation, all that sorts of stuff. However, recently, stuff has changed. I've been getting to the point where I've been able to sort of get to a place where I can really make videos more easily and more efficiently. That way I could actually get better content out from what I was doing, because I kind of felt like it didn't have enough quality control, at least on my end. I've heard other people that's different, but just to me, if I'm making something that I am not proud of myself, or I wouldn't say not proud of, but I didn't feel like it was good enough myself, I didn't want to make more videos out there. So that's what I've come to today. I've come to share what has changed and what is new is coming. And I hope everyone here is excited, because I am actually very excited to share all this. I've been working on it for a very long time. Without further ado, we'll get right into all this sorts of stuff. And I'll show you exactly what I mean, starting with the avatar. This is me in editing here. So the amount I randomed on this video was quite long. And I have taken a bunch of effort to edit this in. So I'm just going to split this video up into multiple sections. And we're just going to start with this video with the avatar only. That way it's a lot digestible for you guys and a lot easier for me to edit, so I don't lose focus or motivation in the long run. Also, if you hear this flip note sound effect, that means there's something important on the screen that you want to read. I wanted to put this in here in case anyone was just watching this in the background, so they don't miss anything important that I don't say with audio in this video. Here's essentially one of the biggest issues with the avatar. People just did not like it. Now, I'm not saying everyone who watched my channel disliked it, but I have a feeling that a lot of people were put off by my content just the way I looked. Now, of course, the simple solution would be to just use a human avatar, but then that kind of just takes away the aspect of the channel I really like, which was kind of sort of putting my own character on YouTube as sort of like just a face persona. That way I don't have to use myself. So if I'm just gonna look like another human, it kind of just defeats the purpose of using a VRCHAT avatar. And there's also just other issues, like it's public, and it was not mine, so there's really no control I could do over my own avatar. And it was very annoying, because I would have stuff like, I would be trying to use your basic harness model that came with the avatar to kind of show like a military vest style harness that you would see for military personnel, but they didn't come across that way. It came across more as like sort of a fetish thing, and it just put off a lot of people. And secondly thing is just Exonium. While I do like the Exonium, it's not a model for everyone. Too human looking, looks weird. This avatar base has a lot of hate around it because it's essentially like one of the #1 avatar bases on VRCHAT, so when people just see it, they just associate the worst. It's sad, because it's a very nice avatar. Has a beautiful meaning behind it, but it's just been tainted by the VRCHAT community, unfortunately. So, I had to go around, start doing digging for another avatar. Something that would be more appealing to other people and not scare away people from my channel content, because here's the thing I realized. There's one way that we can overcome this. One way I've found. And that is, instead of going for a more human sort of looking avatar, I gotta go for more cartoonish, animal sort of centric avatar. A more cute avatar, I should say. Basically, from all the times I've drawn my art, people don't focus on what the character is, they focus on what the character looks like. And that was my key ingredient right there. I had to make myself look cute. Something that would draw people in, not push people out, while still maintaining what I want for a channel sort of persona. So with that, I set out and gave myself a baseline of what I wanted in an avatar. First, it needed to look very animal-like. It had to have paws, it had to have digitated legs, it had to have all of that. It can't have any human-looking features. Otherwise, it's going to take away from the cuteness factor, and it's just going to put people off. Second thing, it needed to be a trackable avatar. What I mean by that is, it needed to support full body tracking, it needed to support eye tracking, it needed to support face tracking, all of that. That way, in the future when I start implementing that stuff, I won't have an issue with it not being compatible. And the third thing was, I needed something that had that cuteness factor. I needed something that was, I guess chibi is the best way to put it, not something that looked more realistic. So eventually, after some time, I finally found one. I'm going to reveal it to you guys right now. Oh, my menu is in the way. Trying to do stuff blind. 3, 2, 1. This is the Naze base by, I think you would pronounce it Raideus. Real quick, me in editing here with a better microphone. The name for lightning is Rai in Japanese, and his whole entire character, looking at his profile, it's just about lightning. He has also stated before that lightning is his favorite element, so I'm going to assume that it's actually pronounced Raideus, not Radius or Raideus, whatever you want to say. I mean, it could also be pronounced Raideus for all I know, but it's a little bit slight, but I did want to make that correction because I didn't want to just pronounce his name wrong and stuff like that. Like, I don't like doing that. So what I find funny about this base is I kind of sort of given up looking for avatar bases at that point, and I just accidentally stumbled across it. Basically, I was on YouTube and found a video from Tahvo. It just randomly came into my YouTube suggestions, and it was basically about different avatar prefabs that you could use. He was demoing the magic spell system that he had, and at first I was kind of like not paying attention. I was kind of skimming through stuff, and then I saw like
weapon, which does, yeah, the lightning whip, which is a concept I took directly from Dragon Dogma, for example.
What? There's a prefab where you could use Brontide for like one of my favorite games. Like, okay, I'm kind of sold on it. And then he said,
I took some inspiration from All House, for example, where you have a glyph system to make magic. The elements themselves has been taken from Dragon's Dogma.
Sorry there, we're just getting a little bit too hyped. Okay, I'm definitely sold on it now. And then at the end of the video, he goes,
One last chance if there's anything else you want to show off.
Apart from that, it's my avatar bases.
Go check out his avatar bases too, they're really incredible.
right there in the video, it showed this base. And I was like, bingo, I found the base. I found the exact base I wanted. Of course, as you can see, it has sort of like the paw look to it right there. It's basically entirely animal based. There's nothing, no human parts to it, nothing. There's not even any option for doing that like his other avatars. It's basically an easy sell. In fact, the first avatar that I did with this base was this guy. And as you can see, I've got this entire spell system with me. Let me do Brontide just to prove my point. It's hard for me to see because I have a window in the way. Come on. Sure enough. Lightning whip, just like it. Sweet, honestly. I basically memorized all the lists at this point to use it, which I find funny. I wanted to go over the spell system just because there's not really too much out there on how it kind of works. Basically, go into your menu, just have this little icon there, and then you'll have different buttons. This just disables the hand effects, we'll get to that in a moment. This, you can have the spell book. I don't know, I haven't been able to figure out really what gesture triggers it. It just really triggers on the random. That's why I have it disabled, because I've already memorized most of everything. It is handy to have, it's always there, just in case you need it. You also have disable spell circles, so it doesn't just randomly pop up when you're trying to do something. So if you do the rock and roll gesture, now it's actually opening. So now the book wants to open. Here's the book for you. You start with any sort of element that you want. So I'm going to do, for this example, I'm going to do light. So I'm going to draw the light symbol. That's the light symbol. And after that, you got to do the transfer glyph. Basically, the transfer glyph, what it does is it transfers on each of your hands. So say like if I wanted to do light, you can see now light is on my hand. Now you'll notice I don't have any of the spinning circles and stuff like that. I actually took that off of my avatar because I just found them annoying. I just prefer the particle effects. And you can see with the disable hand effects, that's what that does. It removes those circles and it removes those effects off of your hand. So now you just select whatever form you want. There's a ton of different forms. I'm going to do the spray form, so it's like this. And you can see it's already active. You can see there's a little glyph, and voila. And you can do multiple on different hands. So let's say like I wanted lightning on this hand, I transfer it to this hand. And you gotta remember, you gotta draw it with the hand that you wanted to transfer to. That's how it knows which one to transfer to properly. Boom, you got Brontide. Say like you wanted to clear it, you just draw a straight line like that, and then it's cleared. Do remember it also clears your element as well, so you're gonna have to redraw your element when you want to change elements. Basically just summon an orbital strike, which is pretty fun. I think it's pretty cool. blast of wind. Pretty cool. And you don't have to clear this in order to change an element. So say like if I wanted to do a fireball and I want to save time by not having to redraw the form glyph, you can literally just go and then bam. If you saw earlier my Dragon Dogma stuff, you can summon Brontide. I mean, not Brontide, Maelstrom. Brontide's the electric whip. Maelstrom is the windstorm, or tornado, whichever you want to call it. Twister, like basically one of the most powerful spells in the game. Pretty fun. Now, if you wanted to go through all the glyphs, you basically got fire. You have ice, I believe it's that. No other way. There we go. Then you have wind, which, did it correctly? Was it like this? Yep, there we go. Earth is this. Yep, lightning, which is just. Then light. Dark. Well, I'll go through all the forms as well. I'll show all the forms. So you're gonna start off with, I don't know what this is exactly called, but it's basically just to throw the element. Make a fist to charge it, and then blast it out. You can see in the distance it makes a spike. You also have summon. It's basically just summons a powerful attack. And this is range as well, so you can just direct it wherever you want, and it summons. Unfortunately, you cannot use the big spike as a stepping stone, but you gotta take what you can get. And then next you have spray. As I showed off earlier, it just sprays whatever element you have around. After that, you have weapon. Weapon, basically you can just, if you hold out with an open palm for 1 second, it will create a weapon that you can use, and if you tap on the trigger, it does an effect. After that you have aura. Or when you just do a fist, it just creates an aura of that element around you. And then you have barrier, so if you hold an open palm with it, it creates a barrier of that element around you. I'm gonna end as this as another vlog style video if you can. Hope you guys enjoyed the new avatar showing off. I really enjoyed making all of these, and I've been experimenting a lot with Unity lately. It's been very fun, but I hope that I can make more videos in the future. It's been exciting. I actually enjoyed a lot of this process this time, instead of kind of not really wanting to do it. One of the most interesting and fun things that I did this time was I basically broke out like an old VCR player, like my old VCR player from my childhood. It still worked. That's crazy. But I had to use it to record sounds and analyze how a VCR player looks on a screen. That way I can get all the effects right. They're fake, yes. I do know that the sort of analog kind of degradation, yeah, I guess like analog degradation, it's not the most accurate, but I do want to try to like physically do that, where you can record it on a VHS and then play it back, and then you get that authentic degradation. I did have a recordable for it, but it had stuff already recorded on it, and I didn't really want to ruin that, because I just feel like I'd just be tampering someone's childhood, I guess, recordings. But yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Yes, I can do the little face. It's kind of funny with this one. Alright, I'm out of here.